And you're right, particularly among your population in terms of age group, the vaping and the weed are the two sort of prominent mechanisms that people use. And oftentimes, sort of like in my earlier life, smoking cigarettes was clearly the way to calm down and to relax and to
Yeah.
be part of a group. Vaping and weed are both have social lubricants as well in terms of feeling I'm one of the group, everyone else is using, I'm going to use. And then it leads to an individual, even not with the group pressure, individuals start using it because your body becomes vulnerable and addicted to the substance.
So is a social lubricant, is it like a way for people to kind of deal with maybe like social anxiety in certain settings
Yeah.
and trying to ease into, socializing, or trying to maybe like mask those symptoms?
Yes, very much so. And I don't know if any of us would be around people that are vaping a lot and or doing a lot of weed, and you say, "Why are you doing that?" Um,
Hmm.
I mean, I really relax. I feel better about it. Yeah, there's always a positive reason, right?
Yeah.
For nobody says, "I'm gonna smoke some weed and or I'm going to, know, do anything that's addictive because I it's like because I feel miserable and I wanna hurt my body." People say,
Yeah.
"No." Okay.
Yeah.
And the addictions also lead there's a way in which patterns have become addictive. There's nothing inherently absolutely devastating or terribly wrong about smoking weed or about any of the, drinking or vaping. What's the problem is when it becomes habitual, and I
Hmm.
cannot not do it. And
Okay.
what happens to the individual is that we tend to minimize. I don't do it that often, even though I do. We minimize, justify it, and rationalize it. I'm doing it because I'm really anxious or I'm really worried, and then we justify it by saying, "Yeah, it's a good thing for me to do because of the situation I'm in." And we don't think of alternatives, going for a run, working out, connecting with friends over coffee, some other things that we could be doing. So we
Yeah.
minimize, justify, and rationalize it.
Yeah, I've seen people kind of, in my experience, when they start like using it and they start on that path, their personality changes in a way, not like it's hard to explain. They just kind of like their I guess their posture toward life is a little bit more detached, and that's kind of when I say like their personality changes in a way that's not really like them when it's like a constant use. So that's kind of, coming from my perspective, I've never like used any of the substances we're talking about today. I've had friends and people that are close to me use them, and I kind of felt like they've kind of sort of changed in a way that kind of it's kind of hard to continue and develop a relationship with them, if that makes sense.
In terms of what I'm sensing you're talking about is harder to have a conversation or be feeling like they're totally present, really interactive
Yeah.
in a mutually kind of like interesting way that they go into
Yeah.
themselves, they kind of buzz out in some ways.
Like kind of like they're checked out
Yeah,
and I just like yeah.
yeah. And it's hard to have a conversation with somebody who's checked out.
Yeah.
And that's also a way that people will feel like I don't have to work hard at being social. I'll just check out. I'll feel like it doesn't matter what's going on in the environment. I'm kind of and so it's sort of interesting, isn't it? Because it can be the vulnerability can be using either of those or any of the substances as a way to separate because I'm lonely, because I'm isolated, it'll help me chill and feel like it doesn't matter that nobody's around or that I'm not engaged very much. Or if I'm with other people using weed or any of the substances, you can end up feeling like, oh, I don't have to work so hard being social. I can withdraw and
Okay.
people are around me.
Yeah.